What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today we're about to talk about and go in depth more on one of the hottest tournament winning patterns in the recent months, and probably it's happened more in the recent years. Okay, forward facing sonar is a big part of it, and guys, if you don't have forward facing sonar, that's okay. This can be a teaching a chance for you to learn from it. As for me, it's a learning process as well. So we're going to talk about the technique, talk about what these guys are doing. We're going to go look at areas, and also, guys, I have forward facing sonar footage from me doing it in a couple trips in the past couple months. Okay, so at the end of the video, I'm going to share the footage and break it down. Okay, I've had a lot of good feedback on my other video. I'll put that at the end of the video on one of the end deals where I just broke down sonar live scope footage. So I got footage of me doing this technique we're about to talk about, and I'm going to share it with you guys. Okay, once again, it's all about learning process, and I'm going to go in depth on when and why I think this technique works and proves to win. It's very timely, or it's not, not timely. There is a time where it is, I think, the way to catch fish, okay? But it's not the only way. There's so many ways, right? But from my experience, I'm going to share with you how it just went. Guys, really quick, before we get into this though, I do have my podcast, Real Life and Fishing. Check it out. I don't know where I'm at on the episodes, but guys, if you want to listen to a podcast, I'm the host. I bring in Arkansas anglers. I brought on Matt Steffen once, and we're continuing to grow it. Something I enjoy. I got a solo episode out there as well. So check it out if you're interested in the podcast. It's on Spotify, Apple, Amazon, and also there's YouTube videos of it as well. Okay, guys, now this technique, this pattern, okay, my leg here is getting kind of sleep when I'm sitting like this. I don't need to get on, I need to get comfortable. What this is, and this is the main lure, a jig head minnow. And this here is just a 4x4 tackle with a spunk shad. It's not the one. When you look at like Table Rock, for example, where they just had the Toyota series, not one guy had the same jig head minnow with a soft plastic style swim bait. They're all straight tail, typically straight tail, like this one right here, okay, straight tail. But they had different ones, so I don't really think that matters as much. It can at times, probably, right? But not the specific lure matters. Or the jig head. Jacob Wheeler, y'all guys know, with the freeloader, okay, his new Rapala freeloader, he won with it, but he wasn't fishing like these guys are. He was fishing it more, fish kind of off, suspended on the bottom, casting really far away. Johnny went in depth on that on the video as well. But these guys, just for their last tournament that we're going to talk about, Toyota Series event, Table Rock, they are in drains, they are in ditches, they are in creeks, finding bait with their 2D sonar, dropping the live scope, and then finding the bass around them and targeting them. Sometimes these fish are anywhere in 5 to 15 foot of water. Sometimes, guys, they're in like 30 to 50, depending on the area of the lake, okay? And of course, forward-facing sonar helps. Where I've been fishing, I don't have water that deep. I mean, I've been on some lakes where water's that deep, but I've not been doing this in those areas. Table Rock's a deeper lake. Guys, if you're not familiar with it, a deeper body of water. Those fish get really, really deep there. They just do, okay? Bait fish gets deep, they get deep fish too. And the thing about those fish, they've not been targeted, okay? So, but in this tournament, this recent tournament, the guy that won was using a football jig with a Cinco that he chopped. It was a 6.6 Cinco version that he chopped and made it a little smaller. I thought that was interesting. Now, he said he was fishing around trees at times, which, hey, that's a cover that's near. You got bait fish, trees, bass are going to be somewhere potentially, right? But that was interesting because that was kind of the first time I've seen somebody talk about throwing something different at these fish. I've not thrown a jig at the fish yet. Thrown a swim jig, not a football jig, right? So, for me though, okay, we're going to get in depth now on me before I get to the live scope footage. I've been on the water a lot the past 2 months. I've had experiences of doing this technique 3 times and it coming through, okay? But those 3 days, guys, the fishing was tough. It was tough. One of the lakes, and I'm going to show the footage, but I'm not going to show where I was actually catching these fish. But one of the lakes, guys, I went and checked other areas where fish have been. I've checked and saw fish at some of these areas and checked some places where we have caught fish and anyway, they wouldn't bite. And then I went in this part of this creek. Bait fish was everywhere. And I checked this creek, guys, 2 weeks prior that they were not there. But bait fish was everywhere. And then all of a sudden the bass were there. Okay, bass have not been as much there. And guys, they were just out there relating to nothing, following the bait. Okay, another trip was actually, there was one trip that was an electronic lesson I did with somebody on a lake I've never been to. And we tried, the wind was blowing, we tried fishing points and tried, you know, this was an electronic lesson, but we did try to go do some traditional things and target bass. Couldn't get a bite. But guys, we go in creeks, find the bait, see bass potentially right on 2D and down imaging, drop the scope, there they are. Okay. Now the ones this day were easier to catch. Were in that 5 foot to 10 foot water column. We saw fish deeper, couldn't get them to bite. Okay. Then another trip, same thing. I caught fish all day doing this. But there was something weird about that day. That day, they ate a rig right at 3:30. I was about to leave. I was about the boat ramp. All of a sudden, the Alabama rig came into play. On these other trips, they wouldn't touch an Alabama rig, guys. Okay, the waters was 60 degrees, 60, 62, 63. But for some reason this day, the Alabama rig came into play. Okay, but like I said earlier, guys, they wouldn't touch an Alabama rig. Okay, this right here is a 6 cents Alabama rig. Guys, if you've watched my one Alabama rig video, I throw multiple. Black's Custom Lures Widowmaker. I throw the 6 cents, the 6 cents Flash Mob, 6 cents, this is 6 cents. I throw the Young Flash Mob Jr., okay. I typically have smaller Alabama rigs on there, swim baits. These are the Young Scottsboro right there, and that's just a Kitech on at the end. But guys, they would not touch an Alabama rig until about 3:30, 3:45, and I didn't know if it was this group of fish or what, but I checked the lunar table for that day, and all of a sudden the lunar table said the best time of the day for them to eat was during that period, and I caught, I think, 8 or 9 fish, guys, in like 20 minutes. It was fun. Nothing big, like 2.5 pounds, like pounders to 2.5 pounds, but it was a blast. Had a few doubles. But guys, now that same day, different part of the lake, the Dimiki style was the only thing I could get bites with. So this is just that 4x4 tackle, 2/0 hook, okay, with I think this is a 3-inch spunk shad. I forgot the size, a smaller spunk shad. Here is in a different color. This color actually got the most bites that day. Wasn't catching big fish, but was catching fish, okay? Now, once again on this day, I tried fishing other stuff. It was tough, okay? Very, very timely. But I was out in the middle of a creek, middle of a drain, and they're out there relating around nothing, chasing bait, okay? And like I said, I threw a bunch of different colors. They didn't want this color, okay? They liked this color and this color. This is the sexy shad color. This is that blue chartreuse color. Now, guys, for my fish higher up in the water column, the hover rig is a good lure that catches them, okay? So here is a hover rig, the 1/8 ounce side with a Strike King caffeine shad, okay? Now, I don't have the weedless ones. I have them on there and just cut them off, okay? So this is one better in the higher water column as well, and I've done other things with it. I've just went to the caffeine shad lately. I like the caffeine shad, but I've been trying so many different things out. Now I'm kind of going to my confidence ones. I'm out of the G Crack Bellows Gill. That's one that I like, of course. Now, guys, the one factor, the one trip, they didn't want the Dimiki rig, Alabama rig. I couldn't get them on a jerkbait, hover rig, but it was a spoon. They only wanted the spoon. Now, on all these trips, guys, the fish the spoon draws them. They get attracted to it. But, typically you're around small bait. But I think that day that I was catching them on the spoon, guys, there was bigger bait fish around, okay? And, I mean, guys, I caught fish with this off the bottom and suspended that day, okay? So, this is just that Dixie Jet Talon spoon, okay? On my rods here, this is the 710 Denali Attacks. I throw it on that 710. I had someone call me today and ask what size rod am I throwing it on. 710, extra heavy, fast. The Alabama rig, I would throw it on that rod, but I'm throwing it on this Denali, my Lithium Pro, extra heavy, fast. Okay, it's the flipping rod. I normally throw it on that one, but on that. And then this, I'm throwing this on the 7.2, was all-purpose, medium heavy. I think all-purpose rod. Okay. So guys, we're about to go now check out. Let's go check out live scope footage. Okay. And let's go more in depth and break that down, and so you guys can see what it looks like on when you're out here chasing these bait. You hear about it, Bassmaster, whatever, when you're out there chasing bait and just no man's land, okay, and going out there and trying to catch some fish. All right, so here's your cool one here. I said cool shot. Fish are right here, good group of fish. These are like 3 to 5 pounders. I caught one of them, it's like 3.5. Okay, they're close to the boat. I see them coming.
and they're moving at me quick. So I had my spoon in my hand, and you see it up there coming in, like they're coming at me. Okay. Spoon. Spoon. Here they come. There goes the spoon. Boom. Got him right there. Set the hook. Boom. There he goes. So pretty neat. So that thing came in above them, but you see it right there. Go to pause. It's right here right now. And those dudes noticed it. So there it is there. My spoon. Here's the fish. Hops up. He came and got it. Boom. But like I said, just out here, guys, look. Now, with me, sometimes it's interesting. Look, you see how these fish are. And you can see their tails. I mean, there's some good-sized fish. These fish are out here. And the bait's, like you kind of see, the bait's out here in the middle of this creek. But with me, it's sometimes easier to catch the fish like this that there's no bait around. When there's bait around, and now you're competing with the live bait fish, it can be hard unless they're just really active. But like some of these tough fall days that we've had, these are easier to catch than the other ones. Okay, I'm back in the creek here, and you see I'm kind of on this point right here, and you see all the bait, and that's a group. These fish right here are hover rig fish, or as Johnny throws, the tush shad, which I'm still trying to get down. But that's kind of what those fish are for. Dimiki rig fish as well. I'm just showing you guys these clip, and you see all these bait fish. I mean, you see the bait. There they are right there. I'm trying to go slow. They're right there above them. A lot of bait fish here. I'll let it play, but you see a lot of bait fish off this point. A lot of bait fish. Now I'm kind of pointing up there back at the point backwards and trying to stay away from them. There they are right there. Here's about to be a fish catch. But after watching the footage, I noticed something, and I think this is cool for you guys to see, because I'm really like, I've caught a lot of fish with livescope, done a lot of fishing with the livescope. I didn't see this live, but after I have the footage, I'm kind of confused on something. So here we go. There's bait fish, and there are bass. Okay, what I all think are bass. And I say all think are bass because as we watch this, two of these fish look like gar. And they can be bass real tight. But I want to tell you how I know or think they're gar. But see, there's bait fish down here. Oh, I need to make my cursor bigger. I'm sorry, guys. There's bait fish up here. Dots. But I think that could be a potential gar. And I'll tell you, so like right there, look how long that fish is. But you're about to see me miss a fish, guys, and then I come back and catch one. Okay, so here comes my Alabama rig. Okay, sorry. Look at that fish coming out, and then yak, and I missed it. Okay, missed it. Watch it again. Now once again, I'm out here and nothing. I come back though, but like looking back at it. Like there's just some images here, and hopefully I see it right here. Good teaching point. Where's my Alabama rig? Good teaching point. Like right there. Like that right there, guys. How that fish comes up like this. Okay, when they're that long like that and fuzzy, those are typical gar, man. Like, but anyway, it's just, might be because my volts are low, been fishing all day, I need a new battery. Another comment, okay, I do need a new battery. But watch this now. Here comes my Alabama rig. Look at this fish turn around. Boom. Catch him. And you don't see the fish catch after that because the thing's not forward and all. But there's usually just one fish catch there. Here's one of those interesting ones. This is bait fish. Now when you see this is a bunch of smaller fish together. I caught one of these that was like 16 inches, okay? But, so that was my spoon that just went down. It's right there. Here goes the spoon. This is the day where the only thing the fish ate was the spoon. They kind of break up now. And you'll see my spoon, boom, I pull them out. You see some already going after it. Look at them dudes. Here they are coming out. Oop. He's checking it out. There it goes. Did I catch him there? No, here it comes down. Look at these fish. There's these fish all circling it, checking it out. And then at that point, I caught one at that point. Like it was gone now. So my trolling motor's moved. You don't see anymore, but I caught that fish there. That's just cool how I pulled them fish out of there, and then we got 1-2 bite. And it's kind of hard to tell in it all, but right there's bait fish. There's a lot. This is like a 10-minute footage clip, and I'm going to try to go through this kind of quick. There they are there. Okay. Here they are. They kind of spread apart. And here comes my Alabama rig. One thing, guys, to note real too about this day. My voltage is low, but also, guys, the water was up 4 foot. I think I fished this Thursday. Monday it was up 4 foot. Thursday it was down 2 foot. So a lot of movement of the water, a lot of sediments, and it of course can affect the screen. And it was not sunny. Look, here goes my Alabama rig. Boom, I missed them there. Here comes another one out. So what happened here is, guys, this one thing about it. So that cone's real big, okay, on these things. You see them here, like, through my Alabama rig down here. There it is. And as long as, like, they're moving. Remember, fish move. They don't just sit still. So you might not see it all here, but you got to visualize what's happening. So there goes my Alabama rig kind of here. I'm trying to find it. They're moving. And then here we are right here. And that one, boom, hit it. And you see me, I kind of jerk it away. And here they are kind of chasing it. You know, like I said, they're kind of at that point done. Let me find a fast forward. There's another good group of fish right here. This, I think, was a bigger group. One of those bigger groups that I couldn't get to look at the Alabama rig. There goes my Alabama rig about down there. It's crazy, just the 2-pounders wanted the Alabama rig. Even then during this time, the big ones just didn't want it yet. Here we go. I'm about to reel it. And now they're kind of out of the picture, but it's okay. Like I said, they can see better than you can think. Okay? As these dudes get closer. There goes my Alabama rig. Is that it there? Yep. They're like, nope. They're like, we got caught by that thing before. We got caught by it. I'm going to try to get them when they get a little closer. Okay, here's a group of fish right here. Bait fish right there. A lot of fish. Okay, a lot of fish. And these are some good ones too, okay? These are some good ones. You can tell when they get closer here to the boat. Now, this is probably some of that deeper ones that I couldn't really get that day. Here comes my lure. That's the spoon right here, I think. Let's see how they're getting closer. How they're just they're getting a little bit bigger size. You can kind of see them a little bit. Oh, that's Alabama rig. Excuse me. But these dudes, and sometimes when they're chasing bait, guys, you know, it's kind of hard to get them to look at the fake thing. Look, that dude's thinking about it. He's like, hey, but nope, no commit. No commit. None of them did. Didn't get their attention. Didn't throw in time. Okay, bait. Here they come. Bait fish, you're about to see them go eat. Here they come. Here come this small group of fish. A lot of fish, but small. And there they go. They are going in there to eat. Some of them are kind of hanging out up top. But they're going in there. That shad's breaking up. And here they go. Some of them, like I said, are kind of hanging out there. I thought I had another good one of that too. Here's you a good group of fish up here. Some good ones down here. Like I said, there's just a point I was just kind of out here just trying to get the footage. I already caught fish. Uh-oh. Here goes my spoon. Those fish ran away. Nope, here they're coming back. Look at them fish. Yeah, look at them fish. That's always so cool. That's always so cool. It's actually Alabama rig. I said it was my spoon. I'm sorry. Let's watch that again. So them fish, you know, they got scared. I should have thrown that thing back over here. Look, they're like, And now they're like, okay, here we go. They're coming back after it. Look at them dudes. They're like, okay. They are chasing it. Look at these dudes. Look at these dudes all coming up here. Boom! Oh! Did I catch one right there? I don't know if I did. I might have caught one right there, guys. Forgot about that fish catch. Isn't that so cool? Isn't that cool? I'm getting a phone call right now from a friend. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. We're going to watch it one more time. Boom! I think I did get a catch there.